Hello, I'm Grant Swaim, the owner of Gearhead School, and today we're going to look at PCs in the automotive shop environment. Here at Gearhead School, we promote digital technology in the shop environment. Matter of fact, our third product coming out late 2019 will be a technology guide for the automotive service industry, which gets into every aspect of using technology, digital technology in the service Bay Area. So today I thought we'd just look at our options. What type of PC I'm going to take out there and what holds it the best. And, there's a lot of choices. Well, first assume you need to have a Windows operating system for round one. And, you have an app, like a Pico Scope's going to run on Windows OS. And so you'll need to have a bona fide Windows machine. Now, you're probably going to find that an Apple laptop is just not going to have a place in the automotive industry. Always your business software is going to be internet-based or Windows PC. Your diagnostic stuff is going to be PC-based. Now, that's not counting like Apple tablets that may be ported into a backbone that's used for like digital vehicle inspections, but for the most part, the tech's going to be using a Windows PC. So we'll start with the Panasonic Toughbook. It's kind of, I consider, the top of the food chain. This is CF18. I don't think it's even a current model. It's the form factor that's pretty popular. It's Panasonic makes a lot of different Toughbooks. This is one that's really popular, I think, with like the mobile technicians that are tight on space. They're hauling around all this stuff in their van, and they're in pretty harsh environments. Walking around outside and inside. You walk around, and if you drop, you can chance to drop this somewhere. But a mobile environment, these guys are I think, a good choice. Now they're, like I said, they're built like tanks. Waterproof. Keyboards, titanium frame, ports are all waterproof. It's just a tough PC. You took this around all along, it too. The thing weighs like 3 or 4 or 5 pounds. Like I said, this model I think was replaced a couple years ago. There are a litany of models, different types of toughness, and this, for all practical purposes, you're talking $4,000. And I don't think this is probably going to be your go-to laptop. If you're in a situation where you need maximum power, and the other problem too is it's got small now. And this video may look large, but this is really a really small, I think I don't know, less than 12-inch screen. I'd hate to be trying to look at about 3 or 4 or 5 traces on a Pico scope on the screen. You're going to be doing a lot of zooming in and zooming out to see. But anyway, $4,000, more or less. And that's kind of the stake in this one. And let me put this down, getting heavy. Go back to a prior job I had, a school system, and we all decided we need some Panasonic Toughbooks instructors. So we put in for, 6 or 8 of them, and got turned down. Our division chair. And we had a weekly meeting, had a good division chair. We said, what's the deal with the Panasonic Toughbooks? He said, look, they're $4,000 a piece. On a state contract, I can get a good laptop all day long for $400. You can literally destroy 10 of our Dell, state PCs. You can destroy 10 of them for one Panasonic Toughbook. Kind of always stuck in my mind, so keep that. Also note that Dell Computer Company has a line of ruggedized laptops called Latitudes, but you're actually looking still at that $4,000 range to get into one that's well equipped. Let's take a step down now to a more a ruggedized light version, so to speak. I think a good example of that is Lenovo ThinkPad. Now, this is not a ruggedized laptop. You get that, but it is what used to be considered a Road Warrior laptop. This origin really was the IBM ThinkPad, which Back in the heyday, if you're a road warrior, you're an outside salesperson. You're out, you're moving, and you had a laptop. You had to have one. You have an IBM ThinkPad. That was just the way it was. IBM sold ThinkPad line to a Chinese company called Lenovo. And all indications from all the chatter out here and what I can find out, this laptop, the ThinkPad, is still engineered, developed, and in North Carolina in Research Triangle Park, where the original ThinkPad was designed. This is about 1 year old. I think it's a T460. Now, these things, for instance, have, I should probably go out of frame on this. If he sees these hinges are kind of shiny, these hinges are titanium because they're actually made onto a titanium frame. So underneath the plastic, you'll find a titanium frame that goes through the hinges into the top lid. Replaceable keyboard. There's one screw on the back side, and flip the keyboard out and plug another one in. Replaceable battery. You did a couple of screws in the back, change the batteries. See where I'm going with this? It's got all kinds of accessories. I actually have a home office and also have another office space. And it comes you can purchase an additional docking station. So I have like a large monitor. I could walk into my other office, drop this into the docking station within 30 seconds. I got a big screen. I'm ready to go. Another thing about Lenovo, and we'll move on, is if you're going to buy one, I'm first of all, I'm a Costco advocate. We have one local close by, and of course there's always Costco online. But if you buy the Lenovo ThinkPad from Costco, you'll double the warranty. You get a second year of the Lenovo warranty, not a second year of Acme Warranty Company, but you double the warranty, and that's nice. They're actually very competitive on price. Here's a trick. You want a Lenovo ThinkPad, not a Lenovo, Yoga. Lenovo makes a whole litany of computers. The ThinkPad is what you really want, in my opinion. If you want something that's... now, these come in $1,100 to $1,400, depending on, there's various sizes. But if you get a ThinkPad, you're looking for the part number starts with a T, like it's a T460S. This means slim. But make sure you get a bona fide ThinkPad. Not all Lenovo's are ThinkPads. And if you do, you're getting a real nice computer. There's no, it's all solid state drive. There's no spinning shafts. This thing should be pretty durable. It should be able to take a pretty good punch and survive. Here again, $1,200-ish versus $4,000. I could run over 4 of these for the price, right, of a Toughbook. I don't have a low-dollar laptop, but, obviously the next thing down is, go buy a $200 to $300 to $400 Dell, you name it, whatever you want. You drop one of them, you could buy 10 of those. Go back to the original analogy. You'd be surprised without spindles. Most current laptops, even the low end ones, are going to be using solid state drives. So you could just go buy an entry level laptop, put it out in the shop, and if you drop an oil bucket, run down to your favorite El Cheapo store and buy another one. Now, the last thing in this series is, what if you don't really need a Windows operating system, right? What if you basically have a laptop in the shop, and all thing you're really doing with it is you go on the internet and you put up wiring diagrams, and you're accessing the web for whatever you use it for, but you don't really need a Windows operating system. And a Windows operating system has a lot of baggage, right? You need to know what you're doing to keep the upgrades applied. It's very easy. It's the most popular operating system on the planet, so all the bad guys are targeting the Windows users, and a lot of Windows users are not all that technically astute, and they become get their system hacked. If you don't really need to have Windows, I've got a better plan for you. And I'm a big fan of this guy here, a Google Chromebook. The Chromebook is is basically the operating system is based off the Chrome browser, and they've made some mods so that it'll actually is an operating system. Now this guy, now you're talking $200 pretty much all day long. You know, if you want to get crazy, yeah, they make a high-end Chromebook. Why you want to buy that, I don't know. But this is a Dell. You got Dell, Acer. There's a lot of people in Chromebook business now. This does not have a Windows operating system. It's called a Chromebook operating system. And here again, there's no spindles, very light solid state drives. Now you notice I opened it up, it popped on. I forget to turn this thing off half the time, and I haven't opened this up in about a week, and it lit right up and it's ready to go. Tremendous battery power, and here's the nice thing: it's dummy proof. The operating system, basically a browser operating system with some modifications. If you get hacked, well, first of all, it's updated in the background continuously almost each time you turn it on. It is a little icon in the corner, and so you don't have to, it just updates all the time in the background. If you get all crossed up on this, there's in fact a power wash button. So you go down to settings at power wash, and it will actually reset this back to factory specs. I don't care how bad you got it in. It's almost corruption free. And so if all you want to do is get on, and this thing is just light, and you should be able to drop this. Now you can buy higher ends that are, aluminum and all kind of, but this is good old 250, I think 2 to 250 I paid for this deal. Got USB ports on the side. It just flat works, and I'm pretty sure it should be durable. It should be. You probably drop this off a car as long as it don't go in the bucket of oil. Pick it up, wipe it off, and put it back on. Now, which I'll close with that. When we're talking about PCs in the workshop, please don't balance a PC on the fender. That's just that's not smart. As an education, you're not supposed to use the word dumb. So go get a cart and make a technology cart. I've seen some great, going way back. I've been to a lot of shops. Earlier in my career, I was peddling Honda special tools and products and training. And I've gone to some shops. There's a guy out west in Colorado. The name escapes me at the time, but somewhere Front Range, Colorado. I stopped in to see the guy. He was on I-10 a lot. And he had a cart with a battery and an inverter in the bottom of the cart. It was just a kind of average tool cart. But that guy, they flipped the lid and had a big screen, had a PC. It had his, document camera. He had his rolling production. And so when he had to diagnose the car and it had Wi-Fi, so he could just roll his cart out in the parking lot, or he could roll it all in the property. And he had, at the time, all the PC-based diagnostic stuff that was worth having. He had it, and had the PC in there. And so I like that idea. Get you a nice cart, big enough to hold all your electronics, include your PC-based diagnostic tools, your PC. If you want to go crazy and get the Group 24 battery and inverter and have a, totally wireless, we can roll around the shop. That's up to you. Keep a camera handy. A lot of you guys are doing case studies, and those have value. If you're a trainer, you want to have this cart ready to go. So you're on a car and all of a sudden say, hey, this would be a great case study. We won't have everything you have there. But I want to give you some ideas. PCs in workspace. So let's wrap up. Remember, we talked about top of the food chain is a Toughbook, a lot of money, kind of overkill for most people. They can drop down to something like a ThinkPad, which is a not specifically built as a ruggedized laptop, but it is a rugged laptop and it's very serviceable. They can drop down to just a good old PC that you buy for $250, $300. If you lose it, you don't lose any sleep, you go get another one. Or if you don't need to have Windows operating system, drop down to a Chromebook, and they're all over the board. You can get them from $150 to $600 or $700. You don't really need to have anything over than a $200 to $250 Chromebook, Dell, Acer. There's a lot of choices there. So, any comments or questions? I'd love to hear from you. Bye.